Yes, I unfortunately heard the news that Tribe 9 will be ending its service soon. If you didn't know, I did play the game. I made like a few videos on it, not too many, mostly just the start of the game and then pull videos, I think. But yeah, I really liked Tribe 9. I did. It had some issues with it for sure, but I think that's because the team that made Tribe 9 didn't know, weren't too familiar with gotchas and how they worked, or the point of, being, or letting people play the game very free to play. Um, but they realized their mistakes. They more than graciously gave us all of our polls back at the beginning. Um, every single day for daily logins, we can get a free single poll. So within a week, you have 7 polls worth right there at your fingertips. And the game was great. It was. Um, Fractal Vice being the only real endgame mode and XP, technically, even though XP is more luck based than anything, did kind of suck. But the characters were great. The voice acting was good. The graphics were amazing. And just in general, the game I feel was made with a lot of love. Um, I personally think the thing that killed it the most was that there was no dedicated endgame mode where something similar to Spiral Abyss from Genshin, right? Or MOC from Star Rail, um, Shiyu Defense from Zenless, etc. You know, like it didn't have that kind of endgame mode. It had Fractal Vice, which is how you got your gear, basically, and that wasn't good. It wasn't, plain and simple. But the game was still fun. I personally think the number one thing that killed it was a lack of in-game content, or at the very least, a lack of in-game content where you can push the limits of your account and just fight a bunch of dudes in a domain. There weren't enough creators making content on this game. I know Johnny Awesome did, but his secondary account only had like 20k subs, I think, and not enough of the big gotcha channels pushed content for the game or made content of the game, aside from a sponsor for a beta test. And that was it. Like, no one covered the game. Um, I don't even think there were even any ads or promotional material for the game at all until, like, the big patch update came out. But, yeah. Anyway, I apologize for my rambling. I didn't want to let my polls, my small snippets of my standard banner polls go to waste. So here is all of my standard banner polls from Tribe 9, and probably the last poll session or poll video for Tribe 9, more than likely. I might try to play the game again just to try and push to grab Inoki, because she's the only character I don't have that I do want. But anyway, I'll leave it up to past me to show you how ridiculous my polls got.
主役は遅れてやってくるってな。港の魂は消えちゃいねえぜ。
必要などない。太田を生き抜いてきた力を見せるだけだ。
Okay, if you're wondering why the audio quality is a little bit better for, my voice, it's because I'm recording on my phone because I don't want to deal with my shitty mic right now. Anyway, Tribe9 just recently gave back all the polls that you have ever polled on all of the banners in this recent update. And that's including the synchro banners and the medals. They also gave medals because players weren't happy with not being able to obtain medals at all, aside from the free temple that they gave. So they rectified that, so now you can obtain medals in a way. So for me, I got 66. So that's kind of cool. It's currently March 4th as of recording this. So I don't know when this video will be posted, because I'm going to post this once I reach 300, so who knows. Anyway, let's get to polling and see who my next 3-star character is. I would like Minami Yaoi's tension card, if I'm being honest. Like, her tension card and Miyu's, that's what I want currently. Oh, nothing new. Why? Why do I keep getting you? I don't want you. I don't use you. I'm sure you're a good unit, but I don't use you at all. Give me dupes of characters I use, please. How many? Only one. Hey! Gio Takinagawa. His tension card, Chibi. Cool. What does it do? Less likely to lose balance due to enemy attacks. That's amazing. When taking damage, based on the stacks of Reconstruct, increase defense point by a percentage and then take the damage. Then Reconstruct, based on the number of stacks, increase own crit damage multiplier by 0.1%. Okay. So he's another DPS unit. Wonderful. Finally! I've been seeing this one a lot. When a secondary attack hits, increase critical rate by a percentage for 8 seconds. If the target is granted attention, the effect will be replaced by hegemony? Oh shit. Okay. Huh. That's really good for Saigo, I believe his name is. The dude with the giant hammer. That's really good for him. Or to be paired up with him. And when the operating character executes perfect evasion, successfully recover the operating character's stamina by that amount. Interesting. Yeah, the 1-star attention cards in this game are actually fucking useful. Alright. Hard hitting. Who am I gonna get? Please be a new character, or please be Miyu's tension card. Oh shit! I got Geo. Interesting. Okay. And I got a dupe.
止まれない。俺は必ず取り戻してみせる。
Hi, yo. When executing perfect vision, 6 will increase defense point by percentage for 10 seconds. Okay. Holy shit.
Shall we dance?
Ugh. Okay, so... Huh. So he's like a sub-DPS. Interesting, because his attack ability and his support ability is really good. Perform up to 3 stages of melee attack, grant the enemy hit Venom. Venom. Anyway, at regular intervals, deal damage to enemies that are granted Venom based on the number of stacks and on attack point. When the max number of Venom stacks is granted on the enemy, activate Venom Spreader and all stacks will be removed. Stacks will decrease over time. The higher the stack count, the faster the depletion. Deal damage to the target and launch an additional attack towards enemies surrounding the target. Okay. Deliver consecutive punches swiftly. Press and hold to consume stamina and deliver the consecutive blows. Grant the enemy hit Venom. Attack all enemies and grant the enemy hit Venom. Can be triggered when inflicting break. Perform a follow-up attack towards the target and grant the enemy hit Venom. Venom. So he's definitely a DPS, then. Ooh, that's really good. Increased duration of Venom.
僕が必要かい?
Okay. He's a DPS, though, so... so there's Miu, there's Geo, there's Inoki, and there's Q. For 3 stars. So I have half of the 3 stars. To be honest, I would love to pick up Inoki, because she's supposedly a really solid DPS. Q sounds interesting from what I tested of him, but so, come on. Give me Minami Aoi's tension card, please. Damn, only 1 purple? It's a dupe of a tension card. Damn. Come on. That's a lot of purple. Okay, not the tension card that I wanted. It's the Chibi, which is cool, but not the one I'm looking for. Hey! Her 2-star version. Cool. I'll gladly take that. And then I got 2 other dupes. Alright, we go again. Two purple this time. Okay, another dupe. Last time pull, maybe. Alright, 1 purple. And it's a dupe. Damn. Okay. So I got 6 pulls left. Current count 41. I think I'll do 9 then. So let's do singles. Damn. Okay, I know I shouldn't, but I am going to use my currency just to see if I can get a 2-star. Hey! I got Simba's tension card. Chibi. Cool. And I think that'll be it for now. So, I'll come back when I have 40 of the metal currency, okay?